What's going on, my Sagittarian collective? Welcome to your understory reading, which is your new moon reading. I'm channeling the energy of the understory for this reading. I started to meditate on the energy for it, and it just was so loud. All the beautiful things that happen in the understory that we can't really see, things going on underneath the surface. This is just a beautiful energy to be in. This is in Leo, I believe, and we are just going to hop right in and do this. Okay, so let's pull some themes here for you. So, Spirit, what messages do you have for my Leo collective, please? Messages for Leo, how to work with and use this energy well. I created a spread just for this particular reading and just for this particular theme of the understory for new moon reading. So I'm going to do that here for you. So you're going to see it first time. Oh my gosh. So we have attraction and magnetism. This is beautiful, Leo. I feel like this is like, it's almost like I'm hearing kid in a candy store. Like you feel like you're a kid in a candy store. Like you just can't wait. This is also 3 and 7 is 11. No, 10. Sorry, that's my mistake. Freaking learning disability with numbers. Anyways, so it's a 10 card. I was going to say it's an 11 card. It feels like an 11 card because it feels like there's an element of mastery here. It's almost looking discipline in the eye, like the Saturn, and looking discipline in the eye and saying, I've got this. And you're like magnetizing help. You're magnetizing helpers. So let's see where else this energy goes for you, Leo. Let's see where it takes us. Whoops. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for Leo for this full moon in Leo, this full moon energy? And by full moon, I mean new moon. Oh, good Lord. It's okay. It is all good. Messages for Leo, please. What messages do you have for Leo, the understory? This position is going to be the Hermit. So this is Hermit energy, things going on internally, the source of your wisdom, right? The inhale, the in-breath. Your exhale is the next position, right? And that is more Emperor and Empress energy that we're channeling, or Thempress and Themperor, if you will. And that's going to be sort of the exhale where you're articulating more of your power and your energy. And then the third placement in this spread is, on the breeze. So I was thinking about spores traveling on the breeze in the understory and how that proliferates and causes the understory to grow and be such a rich place. So 222 on the time. So that is guidance from Spirit. So we're going to just take a look and see here. Okay, Leo? Okay, so we have Beyond Illusion. This is the Judgment card. So we have the Judgment card here coming out on the inhale. That's beautiful. That's excellent energy, Leo. It's like understanding something with greater clarity. Like there's something that you might have been struggling to wrap your head around, and then Empress energy coming out to talk about the Empress position. This is great. Also, a significant number of majors that you're pulling here, Sagittarius. I think I called you Leo because I was thinking of the Leo new moon. Good Lord. My Sagittarius. My Sagittarians. So Judgment card, so it's like there's this inner awareness and understanding of what it's like an organization. And again, all the fire signs keep getting these butterfly, this imagery or, referential of butterflies, which is a lovely energy to be in for sure. We have this creativity. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Sagittarians here? Messages for Sagittarians on this, on the breeze. Messages for Sagittarians on the breeze. Ooh, we have the 3 of Swords. So that's very interesting. There's lessons from heartbreak here. And then on the bottom was the 10 of Swords and rebirth. Yeah, there's significant lessons from things that didn't work out in your favor or things that didn't work out quite the way you wanted. There's a lot of lessons here to take from that. That's what I'm getting. And then in between each of these, I have a bridge. So there's a consciousness of that we're bridging in the understory to get from point A to point B for this spread. So let us try this out here and see what we've got. So we have the 9 of Swords. The fire signs are pulling this a lot. Elementally speaking, I feel like if you have fire placements that are quite loud or prominent, it's going to be it's something to keep in mind. Just watch your worry, because it can be a place that it can be a source of comfort and help, but it can also kind of get in your own way. Like this is like getting in your own way. This Judgment card and the Empress. It's like getting in your own way. Because it's like you make the decision and you have the internal knowing, and then worrying about it, and then kind of it makes the exhale a little bit challenging. So let's take a look and see what else comes up here. Makes the exhale a little challenging, and just the articulation of your power therein as well, right? So we have the 4 of so on both of the bottom here we have the High Priestess and the 4 of Wands. I'm going to take them both. I think that you're a little more grounded and headed in a more stable direction than you might think. The key here, though, is to not let your Three of Swords scenarios or situations that you've been in, these heartbreaks and disappointments, worry you to the extent that it disconnects you from who you are, Sagittarius, that it disconnects you from the essence of yourself and what you want. I feel like you're pretty intuitively connected at this point in time, and it's a grounded intuition, forward focused, future focused, commitment focused, stability focused, right? It's like your awareness of this kind of Four of Swords and Four of Wands, I should say, Four of Wands energy of stability and growth and helping yourself almost. This energy is really powerful right now for you. So it's like a knowing, a depth of knowing that you have about where you're headed. And I think that you need to rely on that, because maybe circumstances in the 3D, as it were, are not matching what you know. And there's a depth of knowing with the High Priestess here. So it could be that there's it seems like it's like something is separate here, but it's all actually part of the same story. You just have to understand, like, I almost see this as like turning your teardrops into gold, right? Like, it's like isolation, like this is the name on the card here. But so you might feel like there's this sense of feeling frozen over, but that's a stuck energy. I do feel like your natural inclination is fire, Sag. So you're wanting to expand into, not to be in this kind of stuck state. But I think that the warmth that you're looking for that may have melted already or begun to kind of defrost you is going to come from an inner knowing, right? Because right now you may feel like all you have is to go within on this. If this is about a project, this could be about a particularly new opportunity with the new moon energy. But this could also just be about a way that you're working and operating that other people can't really see, but that's giving you a greater sense of stability. It's giving you a greater sense of commitment to your path as well. And I think the Four of Wands comes through as contracts, right? So this is new contracts in a way, but this is possibly also the fulfillment of old contracts, in so much that you're better able to show up for them because you're better able to show up for yourself, right? The Three of Swords tends to show up when we are disappointed by others, right? It's not necessarily when we're consistently breaking our own heart. This shows up when it happens for disappointment for disappointment. I think about it in terms of like when it happens as a feature or part of disappointment energy, or feeling disappointed in others, right? It could be situations, but I feel like this is more externally focused in this particular reading. And that's where it's like going within on something that you just know is going to be really important. Not because people are going to try and talk you out of it, but I think that if you look too much to externals as opposed to your inner source of creativity here in this Empress energy, your exhales will not be as deep and wide. Your inhales will feel a lot smaller because there's a lot of worry here. So we're going to clarify this, Sag, because this is very interesting. Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius for this understory reading, for this understory energy of this new moon? Four of Wands again. Interesting. You could be worried about this sense of stability and where it's coming from. You might not trust the contracts or opportunities that are coming up right now, but it's not because of the contracts themselves. It's vitally important that you remember this, Sagittarius. It's important to remember that if you question things, you have an internal guidance system in the High Priestess here that will help you understand. It's no mistake to me that the High Priestess came out with this Four of Wands. Let me do this. The High Priestess came out with the Four of Wands because this is telling me a lot about where you're coming from and what you need to know about this stability, that this is connected to that this is a bridge. Let me try that again. That this is the bridging energy between where, your inhale and exhale, and that it's like the threads of life that connect your internalization, your internal workings to what you put out into the world. There's guidance that you need to listen to in those disappointments, but it's not something that you need to be worrying about. Try to focus on the lessons, right? John DeMartini has a great book. I think it's called Count Your Blessings. And in there's a process where, and I won't give the whole process away, but one of the things that stuck out to me about that process was where we looked at the ways that other people have hurt us. And then we looked at how we have done that as well, how we have embodied that energy, how we have been, hurtful, how we have been harmful. And then also looking at how we can liberate others by liberating ourselves in that energy, in that recognition that we're no better, different, we're no good, bad, or indifferent compared to others who we've classified or categorized as a specific way. So that can also throw you into this Nine of Swords place. So we have the Queen of Wands, deeply passionate, connected. This is a kind of knowing, right? This is a kind of knowing. This is a deep creative knowing. This is a depth of creative spark. This is, to me, an energy of knowing what you want and being unafraid to go for it. And this is also knowing what to nurture and what not to nurture in terms of your ideas, right? And ideas aren't just the things that get you going and, you wake up early in the morning and you're like, I have to write this down because you're so excited. Ideas are also the realm where your intuition lives because that's how spirit talks to you. Ideas can be, well, maybe I'll go here instead of to this route today. Maybe I'll go for a hike at this location instead of the other one because whatever, right? And things can happen that just delight you. Sometimes the biggest thing that spirit's going to do in a day is just make your day easier or give you something to smile about, right? Make your day brighter or lighter, right? Give you people around which it feels easy to be, even if they're strangers, because that's something that it activates that something in your vibration. It was just 11:11 on the time. It activates that something in your vibration so that you can see it, right? So that it is possible to see where that might show up otherwise. So trusting in the big intuitive inclinations and the smaller ones, the ones that seem unassuming, is really important right now, Sag. Okay, so, and I do feel like you're kind of showing up in your own energy in this Queen of Wands here. But again, you might feel, the fire signs might be affected more than others during this new moon energy. But I think it's a time of reflection, yes, but there's so much that you're starting, but I feel like there's a lot that you need to leave behind. The Star, and just leave behind meaning you've got hope here, you've got excitement here, you've got passion here. Queen of Wands. You have stability here, Four of Wands. The Star is here, so this is hope and healing. 12:12 was just on the time. So it's like you have so much that you're reaching for and that's here for you and active in your energy. So bringing this worry along, it's not that it's not going to fit. It's just not going to feel good. And you deserve to feel good, fundamentally speaking. You deserve to feel enlivened by where you are and the things happening in your life. And then we have the Eight of Swords, which is kind of, again, it's a way of being tucked away in your shell out of worry, right? This is the up at night worry. And then this is kind of the frozen in place worry, which is really in keeping and on brand. If I'm saying in this reading, it's kind of on brand for this Three of Swords energy where you're a little bit conflicted and confused, right? And conflicted and confused because of heartbreak. It's kind of left you frozen in place. I'm hearing frozen in motion. What song is that from? Frozen in Motion. Head and Heart by Joel Corey, I think it is. Joel and then Corry. Frozen in Motion. And that's all that I'm getting, just frozen in motion. Maybe you have maybe you've been listening more to your head than your heart on something. Maybe you have been, and that, your intuition lives in your heart. It's something that I'm learning, right? Sometimes it's not going to make sense. Sometimes it really isn't. It just is not. It really isn't. But that's where your intuition is really important to listen to. Really, really important to listen to. So, Spirit, can you please clarify this Three of Swords for my beautiful Sagittarian friends for this new moon understory reading? I feel like you're ready to leave it behind. You're ready to leave this behind, but there's almost a sense of safety or security that you've gotten from the worry, right? You've gotten this sort of, I don't want to say, it's not identity because that's not it at all. Maybe you have Virgo in your chart. That's what I'm hearing right now. Because I'm hearing like the devil was in the details. So like the devil just meaning like the stories that you tell yourself. These kinds of like stories that throw you into this Nine of Swords. It's like, okay, what devil have you painted into the details here, right? What devil have you painted into the details? So we have the Three of Swords and we have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is beautiful. Look at this. This is like the ultimate overcoming. I almost get this is like the full spectrum of light can now come in. Sorry, is it the Nine of Pentacles? No, it's the Ten of Pentacles. 3, 6, 9. Oh, I see where it is. It's in the middle. Okay, hi, Chicken Little. Yeah, sorry, Ten of Pentacles. Ugh, I had a moment and a half. But I feel like this is for you. It's about understanding that what you want is on its way. There's like, this is ultimate stability, right? Where you may have felt like the details were where you shone because you worried more than everyone else, and that helped you. This is to say that isn't whatever this is that's coming to fruition or to the fore in this particular new moon energy. It's not going to work the same because you have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is an entirely different kind of long-term stability where things are built brick by brick, piece by piece, step by step, right? It's not something that's going to happen quickly. And I think that's why you might be feeling a little more worried than usual. It's possible. My cat left a little present, a little furb. It's possible that you might have been feeling like that was how you were going to control things or how things were going to work for you. But I feel like there's a different way. Spirit's trying to show you, this is on the bottom, Four of Swords, rest. Connection to your crown chakra. That's how it's going to come to fruition. Not necessarily from this place of worry or fear, disconnect. This is going to come, the knowing comes when you give yourself a break, and not just in terms of getting more sleep or, activating peace for yourself. This is going to come from giving yourself a breather from the worry, right? If you knew everything was going to work out for your highest good, would you still need to worry about something? Is it just a habit, or is it something that was productive or constructive for you at some point? Because answering that question and understanding it will help you to kind of navigate what to do next, right? Especially as you start something new, because there's a lot of fresh energy here. I said it in other readings, it's not, I'm reading more just the energy to do this quick reading for you. But if you're looking for a relationship, there are fortuitous signs here, right? We have Judgment, which is a decision, big decision. And I feel like it's almost like I'm getting the essence of you kind of choosing to expand on your vision of yourself and what's possible for you. Because stability, and so Four of Wands and the Queen of Wands is sort of this like, it's almost, this could be activating fire in the home, right? Like in the home space where you have the capacity to have stability, but you're reaching for it now. This could also be, if you are in a relationship already, this could be a way that you're looking at what occupies your home space and how to spice things up in terms of, breaking out of routines, because sometimes routines can throw us into worry, or we adopt them because we want to stay out of this worry place, right? As someone with ADHD, routines are my jam. Like, I need them. But there are certain ways that it's important to find ways that you can shake things up around it and to lean more towards the new, because you are very powerful right now. Kid in a candy store, Leo. Kid in a freaking candy store. Whatever you set your mind to, I do think is going to come to fruition here. So it's very important that you understand your mind as a tool. Understand your mind as a tool and a gift. So that is your new moon, your new moon reading, my Sagittarian friends. I feel like I kept calling you Leo. Oh my gosh. You could have Leo placements, who knows, but for that, I apologize. My Sagittarian friends, you're all quite lovely. So yes, but this is your reading. So if this resonated, please give it a like and subscribe. I'd love to have you on the channel if you're not already. If you are on the channel, though, for my subscriber base, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I'm grateful that you're here. So there are other ways you can connect with me on the channel, so do check that out. But if this is where we part, I hope that wherever this finds you on the time-space continuum, morning, afternoon, or night, that it finds you very well, my friends. Take care.